Hey, what is going on, road trippers? Road Trip Nate here. Once again, coming from the homestead, enjoying my last day off this weekend before going back to work. Thought I would do well, scratch that. Hope everyone is doing well due to the recent spiking cases here in Arkansas. Arkansas has become a national hotspot for COVID-19 here recently. So hopefully everybody's doing well. But this video, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to do my list of my top five. This will be a two-part series. Top five favorite states and top five least favorite states that I have visited based on my own current, up to this point, based on my own current experiences of the states. And I'll, talk about why. These states may drop off this list in the future, but for right now, as the title says, top five least favorite states. I'll do the negative video first. So, my top five least favorite states I've visited up to this current point. Starting out with number five, Mississippi. I really haven't seen much of Mississippi. I just drove through there a couple of times. Stopped in at Natchez, ate at Applebee's. Yeah, nice southern, uh, scenery, architecture, you know. But really, other than that, there's really not much more to see in Mississippi. I mean, it's it's one of the most, impoverished states. I mean, it's an okay state. It's decent to see. If I see, go dive into more of the state, it might drop off because, you know, I really haven't seen much of the state at all. So that's why it's number five on this list. Number four, Indiana. Same with Mississippi. Just drove through on the interstate. Didn't see much of Indiana the only time I've been through there. If I go up and see Indianapolis or, Terre Haute or, Evansville, it'll probably drop off this list. But up to this point, what I've seen so far, it's number four. Number three, New Mexico. Kind of like with the previous two states, just drove through New Mexico. I really didn't stop and see anything. If I stop and see, more of Albuquerque, Roswell, Santa Fe, I might change my tone on instead. But currently, up to this point, I have not really seen too much of the state. I just drove through and had a bad experience in Albuquerque, like I've said in previous videos, that I locked my keys in my truck coming back with my brother from Vegas. Took us a couple hours to get it, unlocked. So that's why New Mexico is number three, because I had that one bad experience. Next time I go, I could have a really good experience and it could, fall off the list. Number two, Louisiana. I got a pretty decent view of the state, so it's kind of, in my opinion, next time I go, it may not. I might have a different experience, but as of this current moment, Louisiana, it was okay to see the bayous, but other than that, it was kind of just seemed kind of trashy, smelled like swamps, just because, well, obviously Louisiana is in swamplands, and it, notoriously known as one of the most poverty areas of the country. You know, and I didn't even get to see New Orleans, so I may change my stance on that state, and just the experience I had. But maybe next time will be better. But number one, and I'm sure that this state is not going to go off the number one spot just because I don't like how flat this state is. And I think y'all know which state I'm talking about because I say it all the time on my videos. I joke about this state all the time. People are not in this state. The towns, especially the small towns, have really nice downtowns. They keep up with their downtowns. There's one thing about this state that I do not like is that there is no scenery. Of course, I'm talking about Kansas. My buddy Tim Crawford tells me I would be the starring person of a scary movie, a Stephen King movie. If Stephen King were to make a movie about getting trapped in the state of Kansas, then dropping a wall around the entire state and being trapped in the state. I'm like, yeah, that would be a good Stephen King movie right there for me. Because that would be absolute horror. But my top, my top five least favorite states that I've visited, like I said, based on my own current, up to this point, experiences of these states. Let me know in the comments below what are good about these states, so whenever I go back into those states, I can dive deeper. Let's see what the good places to see of these states are. To change my opinion on this state, have a better experience the next time I go into them. But and then I can update these videos. Do another top five least favorite, top five favorite, and these states will change around. But until then, you know, because you know, I wanna have good takes on every state I visit. You know, I don't like putting states in my least favorite. You know, I like to see. I want to know what the best attractions of every state there is to visit, so I can actually go visit them and you know have, have good things to say about each state. So, but yeah, this weekend was kind of fun. We were supposed to take a day trip yesterday to have my co-host Tim Crawford with me do a day trip to Tulsa. This car started messing up, so I have anybody that's really just watched my series. I have not gotten a Tulsa video except for at night. So I was wanting to get a Tulsa video, but his car started messing up. I guess having transmission issues with his car, so that didn't pan out. So uh, maybe here in the next coming weeks we'll get a day trip to Tulsa. He's got to get his car checked out before then. So want to do maybe a day trip to Little Rock. I texted him earlier to see if he wanted to start doing maybe a part of my reaction video series, or do reactions to some of my previous trips that he's been on. Have some commentary. Other than that, hope everyone's doing well through the current times. And tomorrow after work, it'll probably be at 10:30 or later, I will do my top 5 favorite states. But that's going to do it for this live stream from Casa del Jaeger, the homestead. If you're new here, please feel free to hit that subscribe button after the video to stay notified on all my current and future whereabouts. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know you care. As always, you can visit my Patreon page, patreon.com/roadtripnate. If you feel like donating to this channel, every little bit helps and is always much appreciated. If not, hopefully you enjoyed this live stream and any other videos that are to come. This is Road Trip Nate saying, dropping the hammer on this video. This live stream's over. Till next time, Road Trippers. Stay safe.